Today we are going to work about risk taking. So the question for today is, are you a risk taker? What do you think about taking risks?
Take risk. I don't understand risk.
Riesgo.
Okay.
Um, how easy is it for you to take any risk?
To take risks on the life or say
Yes, at life.
um, I don't know. I don't know, teacher, to take risks.
It's okay, don't worry. Well, we are referring about tomar riesgos. Is it difficult for you or is it easy?
Yeah.
Okay, pretty good. Thank you. Maribel, welcome. How are you?
Fine, thank you, teacher.
Excellent. That's pretty good. What did you do during the weekend? Hello, can you listen to me?
Sí, le escuché, teacher. Was to the room.
What did you do during the weekend?
What? The weekend. I doing the wash trastes.
Washing the dishes?
Wash the which exactly.
To wash the dishes.
Sí.
Exactly. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Emiliano, welcome. How are you?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent. How have you been?
Fine, with a lot of work at my job, but fine.
I think so, yes. Okay. And tell me, well, this is a nice surprise to have you at class.
Yes, I tried to came to home earlier today.
That's great. You know what? The problem is that this is an A1 class, but
Oh,
I don't know if you don't mind to stay, or we have a C1 class on Saturday from 10 to 11.
okay. Well, I will stay today. It's okay?
Yeah, it's okay, no problem. It's okay
Thank you.
because you are going to help us to monitor.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, teacher.
All right. So look at this. Take risks. Tomar riesgos. Is it difficult or is it easy? Here we have a quote. Be brave. Take risks. Nothing can substitute experience. What's your opinion about it, Ignacio? What's your opinion about this phrase, this quote?
Okay. In my opinion, sometimes it's necessary in the life to take risk. For example, in my job, tuve que renunciar, ¿cómo se dice?
I had to quit.
Ajá, okay. And I have to quit for search a new opportunity and to search a new job.
Hey, that's it. And how was it? Did you find a better job?
Yeah, a better job.
Wow, pretty good. Excellent. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Maribel, what about you?
I I mm, little risk takers. I think the risk take de ¿cómo se dice? Matri. Casarme, teacher.
To get married.
To get married.
Hey, you're a brave person. That is a high risk.
Hi.
And how was it? Are you happy?
Sometimes I sometimes ¿cómo se dice? Angry, enojado,
Angry.
or happy, or depend situation.
Yes, that's it. All right. Thank you very much for sharing. Emiliano, what about you? How easy or how difficult is it for you to make a decision?
It's very difficult, for example, relating to jobs. It's very difficult to me to take a decision to quit a job because I don't know if I could have a good performance in the other job or I will stay much time in that job. So it's very difficult to me sometimes take decisions.
To make decisions.
Yes.
Yes, that's it. All right. Well, thank you very much for sharing your experiences. Now we are going to talk about this. You know what? We have two options. The first one is the easy way. The second one is the hard way. The easy way, of course, could represent not too much work. It could also have not a lot of effort. And of course, the results can be different. The hard way, it involves lots of work, sometimes pain, and of course, the result is going to be different from the one that we got in the easy way. Emiliano, mostly when you make a decision, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer to go by the easy way or the hard way?
I don't. I think sometimes I take the easy way and sometimes the hard way.
Yes, you're right. Nothing is absolute. It just depends on the situation, isn't it?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, thank you very much. Emiliano, who's your victim?
Maribel.
Thank you. Okay, Maribel, the question is this. Which is the most common way you take? The easy way or the hard way? What is your option?
I think frequently easy way, because sometimes because in the way transform a hard way. Casi, bueno, es almost, casi no hay.
It's okay,
No,
almost.
almost haven't way easy.
Yes, that's it. Okay. Hey, that was very interesting, Maribel. Thank you very much. So, Maribel, is your victim Ignacio?
Mm.
Who's next? Is the next Emiliano or Ignacio?
Ignacio.
Thank you. Okay, Ignacio, talk to us about what is your option? Hardware.
Okay, I prefer the option easy way. I think that sometimes it's necessary to run or walk the hard way for aprender, ¿cómo se dice?
To learn.
To learn. Oh, okay. Sometimes it's necessary is to walk the hard way for to learn.
To learn some things. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Let's go to the next part. Here we are. You know what? We have different options. We can have a risk. When we have a risky situation, we can win or we can lose. We have the risk of losing. But on the other hand, we have also the reward, the possible price that we are going to have because of a good decision. So, what do you focus on when you think about the situation? Do you focus on the risk or do you focus on the reward? What about you, Ignacio?
Okay, teacher. I don't understand risks or reward.
Yes, do you focus on the easy way, no, I'm sorry. Do you focus on what you can lose or on what you can win?
Okay. I'm preferring the win.
The reward.
Okay, reward. It's win.
That's it. The price, the good part.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Ignacio, who's your victim?
My victim is Maribel.
Thank you. All right, so who's next? What about Maribel?
Sí,
Maribel,
teacher.
yeah, what do you focus on? Do you focus on the risk, the problem, or do you focus on the reward?
What is focus, teacher?
Focus, enfocarse. What do you pay attention to?
I think a reward, because 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 it's easy. Um, 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 and feel good uh, and good because risk. Um, I can problems implication problem.
Excellent. Yes, thank you very much. That was good. Pretty good. Okay, thank you. Emiliano, what about you? Do you risk, I mean, do you focus on risks or do you focus on rewards?
Most of the time I focus on risks.
Why?
As most of the people I don't like to lose.
Uh-huh.
I have aversion to risk. Risk aversion. Sorry, risk aversion.
Wow. So as you don't want to lose, then you prefer not to risk.
Yes.
That's it. All right. Well, that's a very interesting position. And of course, we can opt for experimenting or for saying no, it's not necessary to do any experiment. All right, very good. Thank you very much, Emiliano. Now let's go to the next image. Aha, here we are. When we talk about risks, we can also have levels. Some of the levels are, for example, this one, the low level. Whenever we make decisions that don't have any problem and we are not going to have some difficult consequences, there is the medium risk, and it is because, well, it is when we are going to suffer any problem, maybe, but we can solve it. So there's not such a big problem about it. And the high risk. High risk is considered when we can have such a big problem that we can lose our lives, or we can lose our health, or we are in danger, or we are financially menaced. So it can be high risk. So please, could you do me a favor? Let's talk about what is an example about low, medium, and high risk. Let's about it, okay? So, Emiliano, what about you? For you, what could be an example of low risk?
Let me think about. Could be a place to eat. Choosing a place to eat in the street. And we are
Yes.
out of house. Well,
Hey, I'm sorry, continue, please.
maybe it's not a low risk if we consider we can sick if we ate something in a bad place.
In bad conditions.
Yes.
Yes, you're right. It can seem like low risk, but it could
Also
be
could be.
not. If you get sick, then it is a very high risk.
Yes.
You know what? You made me remember once upon a time when I was working in a school. Next to the school, there was a place where all the university people used to go to it, and they said that it was the puesto de Doña Pelos. Jesus Christ. I don't know why they use this kind of names, like nicknames. But somebody told me that one day, most of the university students began getting sick, and it happened that this woman didn't used to wash her hands before preparing the meals. So yes, many students were sick in that time when they were going to eat with her. And as you said, maybe it seems like low risk. but it can also turn into high risk if you are talking about health. Okay, thank you very much. So, Ignacio, give us an example about low, medium, or high risk.
I think a high risk.
Uh-huh.
A high risk, for example, and at the school, at I lose material.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much, Ignacio.
Okay.
Okay, Maribel, what about you? Could you give us an example?
I think medium risks by the motorcycle because is a traffic car and conductors ay, ¿cómo se dice? Prevent fijarse look the driving.
To look at driving. Hey, that's pretty good, Maribel. Thank you very much. Okay, so now please, let's go to the next image. Give me a moment, please. Okay, here we go. Okay, the quote for today is this one. Uncertainty is an uncomfortable position, but certainty is an absurd one. What do you think about this phrase? Emiliano, what's your opinion?
Well, I have a question. What does mean? No, sorry, I don't hear. Well,
Well, you know what? Here they say that uncertainty is an uncomfortable position. Why? Because when you don't know, yes, Emiliano.
Yes, when you ignoring something, you could maybe lose or maybe don't catch the meaning of something, or you can make a good decision, but the last part of the phrase that said, but certainly is an absurd one. I don't understand well what does mean. I know what does mean in Spanish, but I don't understand what try to say the phrase.
All right, yes. Okay, give me a minute and then we will talk about it. Ignacio, yes. What do you think about this quote?
Okay, I think that we in position uncertainty, it's very good, but it's not very good for to learn a new things.
Yes, that's it. You're totally right. I agree. So sometimes when we think know everything or that we are sure, then we stop growing up because we stop asking, we stop practicing. So yes, that's what they say. What Voltaire said, uncertainty is an uncomfortable position because we don't know what's going to happen. And of course, we can't predict anything. But the opposite, the opposite way around is this little quote that said, but certainty is an absurd one. Why? Why is certainty an absurd? Because we will never know exactly the things that surround us. And of course, that whenever you feel secure, you feel certainty, then you stop investigating. And so it means that we are not going to grow up because we don't have um, that point to compare, to learn. Okay? Hello?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Okay, maybe you were trying to understand. What about this? Okay, so what's your opinion, Emiliano? What is your position? To keep uncertainty or to try to look for certainty?
I think we always should try to find the certainty, but also I agree with that part of maybe we will never have certainty in our life, but we always need to try to find it. Because as you said, that makes us to grow or to get new knowledge.
New experiences also. Excellent. Thank you very much, Emiliano. Okay, our victim today is Maribel.
Yes, teacher.
So, Maribel, what is your position? Do you try to learn more or you accept everything that somebody tells you?
I I I I believe uncertainty is difficult because I I don't like uncertainty.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it is difficult not to know what's next. Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right, my pleasure. Let's go to the next part. Hello. Hey,
Hello?
yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah?
Okay.
Yo te vi, teacher.
Let's go to the next image. Here we are. Here they say that whenever we are in our comfort zone, nothing happens because we don't learn, we don't grow up because in the comfort zone, everything is certainty. So you don't need to look for anything special or to solve any problem. So just you are there. But what happens when you are out of your comfort zone? Well, that place when you are out is where the magic happens, when you begin growing up. So please, could you, Ignacio, talk to us about any situation that was difficult at first, but brought you a benefit at last?
Yeah, it's a situation, a difficult.
And what happened? What was the situation?
My situation, it was economic.
Uh-huh. And so what happened?
My salary, it's alcanzar, ¿cómo se dice alcanzaba?
Was not enough.
Okay, it was not enough for my necessary the family.
Mm-hmm.
It's a situation a little difficult.
Yes, that's it. And when we are in our comfort zone, we don't look for growing up. And so you say, well, it is not too much, but it's not too little. And so, okay, we can live, we can survive. But if you have economical problems, of course, you look for a solution. You look for something to do to solve this problem, don't you?
Yeah, I like to look a solution at the problem. I mean, my solution, I was study and to find a new job.
Wow, hey, it was a good one. So good. Okay, so Maribel, have you been out of your comfort zone?
Yes, teacher. My comfort zone is speak Spanish.
Yes.
Eh, where the magic happens is study and speak and listen uh, other other language English.
That's it. Hey, that's very good. It was a nice example. Your comfort zone is the language that you know, no complications. But when you want to grow up, you say, I have to work for this. And you get it. Excellent. Claps for you. Okay, Emiliano. Thank you very much, Maribel. Emiliano, any situation when you have been out of your comfort zone?
Sorry, I can't hear you. Could you repeat the question, please?
Oh, yes, of course. Have you had any situation when you had to be out of your comfort zone?
Mm, like Maribel, I was trying to learn a new language. Also, at this moment, I'm out of my comfort zone because I can't express myself with all as I do with Spanish. It's very comfy. It's difficult to me talk in English, so I am out of my comfort zone. But I try to improve my
Ah,
English.
and you do. You are doing pretty well. Okay, thank you. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you.
Okay, you know what? Here we have some questions. First of all, please, Emiliano, tell me, what the hardest challenge you have had?
Um, I think when I was studied psychology, I have to make practices and well in the clinician area, and was very difficult to me to make my first interviews with the patients because I feel very nervous. I feel anxiety, but with the time I learn how to do it and what to ask, how to ask it, uh, and I think it was a hardest challenge.
Yeah, too hard. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your experience. It was so nice. Okay, so Emiliano, who's your victim?
Ignacio,
You? Ignacio, what is the hardest challenge you have had?
Okay,
Ignacio. Okay.
okay. I don't understand hardest.
Más difícil.
Okay,
Challenge, reto.
that's okay. Mm, I feel that my hardest change it's find a new job. It was difficult.
It is so complicated. Yes, you're right. That's so challenging and so hard. Okay, thank you very much. So the next one is going to be Maribel, please.
I think the hard challenge is the cooking, uh, cooking because I know I know I knew I knew new recetas,
Recipe.
recipe. Um, I I have only lo mismo, teacher. Si no lo mismo.
Yeah, the same.
Because I difficult creative in the cooking.
Okay, that's great. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so Maribel, what is the most rewarding experience you have had? Rewarding is something beneficial, something nice. Reward is a recompensa. So in this case, what is the experience that you found rewarding?
I rewarding experience is the driving jeep
Wow.
of 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 the my sister, my no mío, my because I driving in the carretera
Behind the highway?
in the highway, the highway.
Wow.
I turning in U in the carretera highway in the highway.
The highway.
My sister asustada. Pero I rewarding experience happy.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. You know what? You made me remember a post on Facebook that said that when I drive, I feel like a goddess. Cuando manejo, me siento como diosa. And so it said, it is because when I pass, everybody pray. Decía, me siento como diosa porque cuando yo paso, todos rezan. That's it. That was my position. You know what? I am not very good at driving. Even I don't drive because it is not very easy for me. I think that it is so challenging. Okay, thank you very much, Maribel. Maribel, who's your victim?
Emiliano.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know what to answer for that question. What was the working experience? Maybe I think I like the photography, but for a long time I use a digital camera, and almost 1 year ago I bought a reflex camera. So I try. Well, I'll read all the instructions, all the manual, and now I know how to use it in the manual mode. That means I need to adjust all the features of the camera. So I learned how to use it and how to get the results I want. For example, the bokeh or effects as get the movement of the in the image. So I think it was regarding for me.
Excellent, thank you very much. It was a very good one. Okay, so Ignacio, what is the most rewarding experience you have had?
Okay, thank you. Years ago, I win the bicycle, and and I win the mini iPad at the party.
Wow, that was pretty good.
Ah,
Congratulations to you. It was a nice prize.
yeah.
Okay, do me a favor. Now we are going to write in the chat the answer to question number 3. So, have you ever experienced any failure? Failure means into Spanish fracaso. Have you ever experienced any failure? Okay, let's write our experience in the chat, please.
Okay, teacher.
Yes, vamos a escribir en el chat alguna experiencia acerca de un fracaso. Okay, could you? Okay, pretty good. So, Ignacio wrote, not to be hired at my favorite company. Oh my. But fortunately in my life, almost I have not had experience ever. Okay, let me do some corrections, okay? So for Ignacio, not to be hired at my favorite company. And you finish with, but fortunately, comma, in my life, I almost have not had any bad experience ever. Okay, this is for Ignacio. Okay, Emiliano. When I finished my undergraduate program, I was not hiring. Okay, I was not hired. Let me write for Emiliano. When I finished my undergraduate program, I was not hired. I was not hired during 9 months. I went to more than 100. Oh my. I went to more than 150 interviews. During that period. During that period, I felt very sad. You know what? You could say not only sad, you can also say blue. I felt very blue, and also it was exhausting for me. That was very, very sad, Emiliano. But anyway, you did it. Okay.
Yes.
Maribel wrote, I lost the phone on the movie because the lights not turned off. Okay, so I lost the cell phone in the movies. Yes, in the movies because the lights won't turn on. Turn on, encender, turn off, apagar. So I think, Maribel, that it was turn on. You know what? I think that sometimes we have difficult situations in life, but anyway, those situations help us to have any experience and, of course, a learning. So maybe we didn't have the success that we expected, but anyway, we learned something very valuable. Those were experiences. Okay, so let's write number 5, okay? Question number 5. Who is the person you most admire and why? Okay? So please, let's write about this. Who is the person you most admire and why?
Teacher, write or speak?
Let's write, okay, so that we can have Some feedback about writing and spelling. Okay, thank you. Emiliano wrote, my mother, because she always tries to do her best. And if things do not go as expected, she doesn't give up. Hey, Emiliano, that's beautiful. That's so inspiring. Thank you very much. Okay, Maribel wrote, I admired Michael Jackson because I like dancing, in special the dance steps. Okay, some corrections. I admire in present because it is something that you do now, even if he is not here, but you continue admiring him. I admire Michael Jackson because I like to dance. In special, his dance steps. Okay, pretty good. Thank you.
Thanks, teacher.
Thanks to you. Ignacio wrote, Bill Gates for creating the big company Microsoft and the new technology in programs and hardware. Okay, my feedback is Bill Gates for creating. You know what? There is a rule, a spelling rule, a grammar rule that says that when you use a preposition, for example, for, if you are going to use later a verb, the verb should be in gerund. So in this case, it could be Bill Gates for creating the big company, Microsoft, and its new technology in programs and hardware. Okay, those are some corrections, some pieces of advice. Do you have any question about the corrections?
Yes, could you explain again the last rule about create and creating?
The rule says that if you have a preposition and after the preposition you use a verb, the verb should be in gerund form. I'm going to write an example on the screen. Okay, with this color. For example, I want a car for traveling. Or I am interested in making, having a new master degree. Okay, so as far as we can see here, for example, I want a car for. For is the preposition. Traveling
Okay.
is the verb. It should be in gerund. Here, In is my preposition having my verb in gerund. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, any other question or any other commentary, kids?
No, teacher,
No.
thank you.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your attention, your attendance, and of course, because of your participation. Have a very good night and meet you next class.
Thank you,
Thanks,
teacher.
teachers.
Thank
Good night.
you. Good night.
Good night.
See you later a todos.
Meet you
Thank you.
next.
Meet you next.